Hi everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm glad you're here. You're watching this episode. So in this channel, it's pretty new. So we are going to be talking about lifestyle, love, health, family, cooking here and there. We're going to talk about travel, and we are going to talk about more interesting things. So we are going to explore new adventures and see how we can help each other, educate one another. Yes, because I believe it's good to be of help to one another. So feel free to comment on my channel. Your comments will mean a lot to me. The feedback will mean so much to me. From your feedback, I'll know what to improve. From your feedback, I'll know maybe what topics you want me to cover, and maybe even a compliment. I'll appreciate a compliment here and there. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining. And would you please share, comment, like, and maybe subscribe? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is going to help me grow the channel. Thank you so much for the last time. Thank you so much for being here. So today's topic, we're going to in just a very in a very short way, I'm going to discuss about how I came to Australia, or rather, how I migrated from Kenya to Australia. For those who don't know me, my name is Monica. So I moved to Australia in 2018 of December of 2018, sorry. And I've been here so for almost 4 years now, and I love it, and it's amazing. It's an amazing country. So I'm going to discuss from how I started my process until I came to Australia. So there's different ways to come to Australia. Majorly, most people come in as students, and that's the same path that I used. So most people prefer to come in as students, which is a little bit easier. The process is easier, though it requires a lot of money in some cases, depending on what you're coming to study. So in my case, I was coming to do nursing, and I had a diploma back in Africa, back in Kenya, that is, to be specific. And I was coming to do my bachelor's here. So I used the education agencies. So I'm not going to mention the agency because anyway, they haven't paid me for that. But anyway, I used one of the known education agencies, and they made the application for me to a school here in Australia. For me, I knew a little bit about Australia because I knew friends who lived in Australia who had come to study. So I used to talk a lot to them. So I knew a little bit about what school I wanted to go, what course. Okay, of course, I was coming to do a nursing course, but I knew there was a 1 year degree. So because of the communication with the friends, it helped me not to go for a 2 year program or a 3 year. So I came in with the 1 year program, which was so helpful, which was so cheap. Anyway, cheap in a sense that it was only for a year, rather than studying for 2 or 3 years, which would make the school fees more. So but that only applied for people who had a diploma back in their country. So they give you a credit transfer, and you're able to study for a year. So I was lucky to get that program. So going back to what I was saying, I used the agency. The agency made an application for me to come to a school in Australia. Then the school, when they go through your details or your qualifications and your papers, then they determine whether they will admit you or not. So in my case, they decided they are going to admit me due to my credentials. So they sent an offer letter. An offer letter you accept. After the offer letter comes in with it comes in with conditions. One of my conditions was I was supposed to provide a bank statement to show that my family has enough funds to support me in Australia. That is basically just to show that you're able to support yourself financially. They asked for a 4.5 million Kenyan shillings bank statement. So that was provided. Then they asked for English proficiency. Basically, this means are you able to speak English? Are you able to talk? Are you able to, okay, speak and talk, the same thing. Are you able to speak? Are you able to write, listen, and read? So in this case, they want you to do an English test, kinda. So there are in so I did one of the tests, which is called IELTS. In this IELTS, it was written. It was like it was using. It was done using a pen and paper. For the writing part, you do with a pen and paper, and then listening, you do with a pen and paper, and reading, you do with a pen and paper. But speaking, you speak one on one to an interviewer. So I did twice, and I didn't get the score they wanted. So a friend of mine who was in Australia, he recommended me to do the PTE, Pearson test. Yeah, something. So that's what I did eventually, and I did one go and I passed. So the results were sent to the school, and the school was happy with the results. So they offered me to, so they accepted me to go ahead and pay the school fees. So the school fees was paid. They gave me a confirmation of enrollment. This allows you to apply for the visa. So the agent again went ahead and applied the visa for me. So after applying the visa, I went through the medicals. So this comes from the Department of Immigration or Department of Home Affairs, the Australian embassy. So they send you an email to say you've applied for the visa, and they want to check. You have to check your. They have to check your medicals and your biometrics. That means the fingerprints. They want to know your criminal history. I believe that's the biometrics are for that reason. I believe so. So I went for the medicals, and as a student nurse, you get the test, like the HIV test, the hepatitis, chest X-rays, the urinalysis. There's lots of tests done. You do it, and then they'll send the report to the embassy, and then depending on your report, they'll decide to give you a visa or not. So luckily, my report was right, was okay, and my criminal history was also okay. I've never committed any crime, thank God. So it was okay, and so the embassy decided to grant me the visa, and that was the happiest day of my life. So after getting the visa, I got my visa on November of 2018, and the next month, which was December, I traveled to Australia, and it's been amazing. Yes, it's been amazing since I came to Australia. So now I'm almost 3.5 years, almost 4 years. Yes, and I thank God for that. So I would urge you guys, anyone, if you want to travel to Australia, it's easy. Let no one discourage you that it's not easy. Well, sometimes it's a bit hard, because just a little bit hard, and it's not hard because we believe that anything is possible. But when you're asked for school fees, sometimes the school fees tends to be a little bit pricey. So for example, you might get your course requires you to pay 1.3 million Kenyan shilling for just one semester, and sometimes that's hard to raise. But believe you me, some of us didn't have the money, but it was just made possible by God, because I believe in God. And so it is possible for you as well. If you want to venture into this to come into Australia, either to study or maybe to work, you might maybe talk to some agencies, or maybe preferably the agencies, they'll know better. They'll direct you properly, and that's going to be amazing. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for supporting me. It's a little channel, but guess what? We are going there. We keep trying each and every day. So thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. Bye.